I'm with Gary Graham, Bloom show manager with Board Bia. Gary, a fantastic show once again. You must be immensely proud.
I am. I'm very proud. As you know, we've all worked very hard for many years, over a decade. It's hard to believe it's been 13 years. And yeah, we've come a long way. Like when I look around at the quality of the landscape we're sitting in here and the sort of resources and skills required to create something like this, I don't think we ever would have dreamed that this would be possible at our little show in Dublin. You know, I'm proud of all the people that worked so hard on it. I'm really proud of the horticulture industry.
This was Ireland's Fashion Week. These are the supermodels, aren't they? This is the kind of the main catwalk.
Yeah.
The best. Is this the best of the best of?
Yeah, it's the best of show gardens.
Yes.
And you and I both know the difference. This is show business, yeah, and I've often used that analogy as well. It is the catwalk. It is where you push out the boundaries and you do kind of experimental stuff and you take chances and you do things that you probably never get a chance to do in the real world when you have to make something look fantastic and functional over a 12-month period. And it's trying to condense everything that you can do or achieve or say in a garden and do it for 5 days. But it is definitely the way to get people engaged and excited. It is.
Where to next? How does it develop from here? I'm not going to use the word improve because I don't think it needs that word. So what happens next?
I'd have no problem if you said improve. I think every year we critique it. I think you do need to look and say, well, that's great, that's good. Could that be better? Whether it's an operational thing, a logistical thing, you know, how we present something. And then you improve one part and you say, well, yeah, that's fine. Now this bit, and this bit, and this bit. So I think we have been making those incremental changes every year.
We are at the forefront, I think, at the moment of global change. And what I mean by that is the answers to most of our problems, most of the world's problems at the moment can be found in a garden. Mental health, physical health,
yeah.
And I suppose more topically, climate change. Does Bloom, does our industry have a role to play in what happens next?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't think of another profession or industry or sector that has a more important role than the role of horticulturists and garden designers. I recall the conversation about where we started in 07, 13 years ago, where we were talking about sustainable urban drainage. We were talking about swales, dry rivers that we could attenuate water coming off roofs and stopping that going into drainage systems. But how many people were paying attention? How many people realised that this wasn't just some silly romantic notion that a gardener had? These are the sort of changes that we need to make to our gardens, to our towns, to our cities, how we live. I think what's happening now, and talking to my own kids about it, there is this where last couple of years, there was a sort of a panic and it's like, have we gone too far? Are we ever going to be able to save this planet? I do get this sense of hope, and that because more and more people are becoming aware of the importance of what gardeners are doing, that there is a chance that we will save this planet, that we will use the next 10, 11, 12 years to make the changes that need to be made. And I do think that events like this, and all of these events, but particularly Bloom, which has this scale and this impact and the huge numbers that attend and all the coverage around it, we have this opportunity. We have a fantastic opportunity to do something that's really important, and it's beyond the entertainment of the show and the gardens and a nice day. That's all important too.
Yeah,
we can't be too preachy or serious.
This is more important, isn't it?
It's so much more important, and that's the road we will go down with Bloom. So it's education and it's inspiration. It has to be both. You can't preach and say, yeah, come on, we'll download all this information. You have to inspire, and you have to give exemplars.
You have to walk the walk.
And that's what we're doing. You have to walk the walk, and you can see it when you look around here. I'm listening to the wildlife, I'm listening to the birds, I'm listening to the bees buzzing behind it.
Gorgeous.
You have to smell the roses, hear the water, hear the rustles of the leaves. You have to feel it. And if you feel it, then you won't forget it, and you know then the importance of looking after it and keeping this, planet safe and alive for future generations.
I think you nailed it. Yeah, once you get it, it becomes inherent in you, and that's it. Gary, continued success. I look forward to watching future developments and to enjoying the journey, so to speak.
Well, I hope we're all here doing this job.
Well, please God, we're here next year and years to come.
Yeah, and years to come. No, thank you, and thanks for your support.
Not at all. Thanks, Gary.